You're a creature of the night, Michael. Just like out of a comic book. You're a vampire, Michael.
The 1987 film The Lost Boys helped propel Corey Haim into a teen heartthrob, but his career stumbled after he got addicted to drugs, a problem he long struggled with. The Los Angeles coroner's office says the 38-year-old died early Wednesday morning at a Burbank, California hospital. An autopsy will be done to determine the cause of death.
How much do you think we should charge him for this?
It was the movie The Lost Boys that kicked off an acting partnership with the other famous Corey in the 80s, Corey Feldman. The two starred together in 8 movies.
You know Corey Haim, ladies and gentlemen, Corey Haim.
And just 3 weeks ago, Hollywood TV caught the two Coreys out in West Hollywood, where Haim said he was doing well and was looking forward to future film projects.
So you guys are still best friends?
What's his name?
Always.
Last time I was played with him.
How you doing now? You much better? Looking good.
Thanks, man.
Looking good.
Haim was born in Toronto, Canada on December 23, 1971. According to his official website, he was considering becoming a professional hockey player when, through a twist of fate, he was bitten by the acting bug while attending an audition with his sister. In recent years, Haim appeared in the A&E reality TV show The Two Coreys with Feldman, but it was canceled in 2008 after 2 seasons. Myra Lopez, The Associated Press.
Ronnie James Dio passed away early this morning after a long battle with stomach cancer. He was 67. Dio was discovered mostly by Ritchie Blackmore, who brought his band Elf to the rock forefront. Blackmore later had him as his first vocalist for Blackmore's Rainbow, and then Ronnie went on to take over for Ozzy Osbourne in Black Sabbath. In the 1980s, he hit it big with his own band Dio, with metal classics like Last in Line and Holy Diver, among others. A man slight of stature, was big in the eyes of music fans, young and old, and fellow musicians and entertainers both of and not of the metal genre. His widow Wendy said in a statement, quote, "Today my heart is broken. Ronnie passed away at 7:45 a.m. May 16th. Many, many friends and family were able to say their private goodbyes before he peacefully passed away. Ronnie knew how much he was loved by all. We so appreciate the love and support that you have all given us. Please give a few days of privacy to deal with this terrible loss. Please know he loved you all and his music will live on forever." End quote. Dio was recently awarded the Best Metal Vocalist at the Revolver Golden Gods Awards, but before it was announced, we caught up with Ronnie James Dio last month to get his thoughts on his bout with stomach cancer.
You know, I feel good and bad at times. You know, it's a long process. Chemotherapy I never realized what a difficult thing it was to go through, and it's a real cumulative effect. The more you have, the more it piles up on top of you. It takes longer and longer to get over it. I find it very difficult to eat. I never like to eat anyway, so I guess that's okay. But I know I have to, but this makes it very, very hard. But if you're determined to beat it, then you have to go with what you believe in that is going to beat it for you. And in this case, it's that. I go to a great hospital in Houston called MD Anderson, which I think is the best hospital in the world. I have the best doctor in the world, Dr. Ajani, whom I really trust and really believe in. So I think I've done all the right things, and it makes me feel positive about my life and positive that there's a lot more of it to live.
Dio fully expected to beat the cancer, and he told us what he had planned for the rest of 2010.
I have an album that I did first called Magica, and it was always supposed to be 3 in 3, it was a trilogy. So I plan on doing the rest of that, 2 and 3. Plus we're going to do another Heaven and Hell album as well. That'll probably be, we'll probably start working on that in another 4 or 5 months, I would imagine. So there's a lot on my plate, a lot more music to make. So it'll be Heaven and Hell and another Dio project as well.
Fans of Dio can remember him at the Revolver Golden Gods Awards, which will air on VH1 Classic on May 22nd. Blackmore had this to say about Dio, quote, "Ronnie had a unique and wonderful voice. He will be sadly missed in the rock and roll world," end quote.
The The Grammy Award-winning metal band Slipknot, known for its grotesque masks and dark lyrics, has lost one of its band members. 38-year-old bassist Paul Gray, found dead in his hotel room in Town Place Suites in suburban Des Moines. Authorities say a hotel employee discovered Gray's body.
Absolutely, there is no indication of any foul play, and I will say that. But until we get more information from the autopsy, we'll stop at that point.
Most of the band members grew up in the Des Moines area. Their first album, released in 1999, sold about 2 million copies. In 2006, they won a Grammy for Best Metal Performance for the song Before I Forget. In 2003, Gray acknowledged he was on drugs when his car collided with another vehicle in Des Moines. No one was injured, and under a plea agreement, prosecutors dropped charges of possession of marijuana, cocaine, and syringes. The county medical examiner's office plans an autopsy on Gray's body Tuesday. Brian Thomas, The Associated Press.
The world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some.
Gary Coleman, child star of the 1970s sitcom Diff'rent Strokes, has died. Diff'rent Strokes debuted in 1978 and drew most of its laughs from the tiny Coleman, whose growth was stunted by kidney disease. As an adult, he was only 4'8". With sparkling eyes and perfect comic timing, Coleman was an immediate star, and his skeptical "what you talking about," usually aimed at his older brother Willis, became a catchphrase.
What you talking about, Willis?
The series ran for 8 seasons, ending in 1986 when Coleman was 18. His life from then on was marked by a variety of health and legal problems. His kidney disease required dialysis and at least 2 transplants. In a 1993 television interview, he admitted to twice trying to kill himself. In 2003, Coleman was one of 135 candidates on the ballot when California voters ousted Governor Gray Davis and replaced him with Arnold Schwarzenegger. He ran on a largely conservative platform, calling for tax cuts. He moved to Utah in 2005, where he eventually settled with his wife Shannon Price, whom he met on the set of the 2006 comedy Church Ball. They married in 2007. He suffered seizures in January and February of this year and was hospitalized in Provo, Utah on May 26th. Gary Coleman was 42 years old. John Belmont, The Associated Press.
Dennis Hopper is dead. The actor, last seen receiving a star on Hollywood's Walk of Fame, passed away after a battle with prostate cancer.
This means so much to me, and thank you very much, everyone.
He appeared gaunt and had to be helped to the stage in late March, where friends David Lynch, Viggo Mortensen, and Jack Nicholson paid tribute. Hopper's biggest success came in 1969 with Easy Rider.
Hey, man, everything that we ever dreamed of is in that teardrop gas tank, and you got a stranger over there pouring gasoline all over it, man. All he's got to do is turn and look over into it, man, and he can see that.
He was nominated for a Best Screenplay Oscar and directed the hippie road trip hit.
Hot damn.
But life was by no means easy after that. Hopper was strung out on drugs and alcohol for most of the 70s before making a comeback in Apocalypse Now in 1979. In the 80s, he was finally committed to a detox program after being committed to a psych ward for his hallucinations. Once clean, Hopper enjoyed a career resurgence, starring in Hoosiers, Blue Velvet, and the Oscar-winning Crash. His private life was nearly as chaotic. He was married 5 times, including an 8-day union with singer Michelle Phillips from the Mamas and the Papas. He's survived by 4 children. Diane Kepley, The Associated Press.